1977 was a pretty darn awesome year. It was the year that the very first Star Wars movie came out, and Spider-Man had finally gotten some primetime love over on CBS. And on NBC we had this show, The Man From Atlantis, starring actor Patrick Duffy. NBC introduced us to the character slowly. During the year there were 4 TV movies, the first one being the best. And then finally, at long last, there was the series which debuted in the fall of '77. Of course, I was not the kind of person who needed a slow drip. I was already a big fan of another Atlantean. This guy, Aquaman, one of the Super Friends. To me, Mark Harris, the Man from Atlantis, just seemed like a slightly more realistic version of Aquaman. Mark's origins were a little more mysterious, though. He just washed up on a beach, no memories of his past, but a willingness to learn from his newly found scientist friends. Belinda Montgomery played his closest friend, Dr. Elizabeth Merrill. She had been the one to care for him when he was found. She'd nursed him back to full health, and Mark felt a great deal of gratitude toward her for everything that she had done. He also recognized that Elizabeth might be, in a roundabout kind of way, the key to unlocking his past. The movies were very well received, not only by teenage science fiction geeks and nerds such as myself, but also by the general public. And as such, NBC moved forward with the TV series. The network execs hoped that the series would be as successful, if not more so, than the movies. And a large portion of those hopes were pinned upon the broad shoulders of actor Patrick Duffy. Network executives recognized this actor's charisma and charm, and they hoped to leverage it to turn The Man from Atlantis into a ratings blockbuster. Way back then, Duffy wasn't a household name, however. This was before he was Bobby Ewing, dreaming away entire seasons of Dallas on CBS, and it was also before he hooked up with Suzanne Summers for some heartwarming TGIF fun on the Brady Bunch knockoff Step by Step. Yep, it was before all that. And in addition to Duffy, the network executives were also hoping that occasional appearances by this guy, the amazing, wonderful, always delightful Victor Buono, King Tut himself, would seal the deal and ensure that the Man from Atlantis would be around for years to come. It also didn't hurt that there was tons of merch everywhere you turned. There was the novelization by Richard Woolley, which spanned a series of novels by the same author, and the Marvel comic book series. Yes, I had them all. And there was the holy grail of merchandise, that wonderful metal school lunchbox. If you have one of these now, and it's in decent condition, it will fetch a pretty penny on eBay. Despite all of the great cast and the wonderful merchandising tie-ins, something happened. The show just kinda lost steam. So much so that Belinda Montgomery left the show by episode 12. She was replaced by actress Lisa Blake Richards. And one episode later, there was no female lead at all. Not even the amazing Jean Marie Hahn, fresh off of her stint on Arc 2, could save The Man from Atlantis. After 13 episodes, NBC canceled the show due to ratings that had been pretty lackluster throughout the show's entire run. Thankfully, though, that isn't the end of the story of Mark Harris. In 2016, Patrick Duffy published his own novel in an attempt to fill in the missing pieces of Mark Harris's life. From the reviews that I've read, the book is apparently quite good, as Duffy not only fleshes out Mark's backstory, but also tackles the mystery of his entire Atlantean race. You know, I think it's pretty cool that Duffy cared that much about this character to take matters into his own hands. I've ordered the novel, and at some point in the future I'll review the book. I'll also place a link to purchase the book in the description section of this video if you're interested in picking it up for yourself. So that's it. One last picture, and I'm going to go with that lunchbox again. How cool is that thing? Man, I wish I had one of those when I was a kid. Oh, who am I kidding? I want one now. Alright, now it's your turn. Were you a fan of The Man from Atlantis? Or actor Patrick Duffy? Please share your memories in the comments section, and while you're at it, I'd love a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Maybe even share it on Facebook or Twitter, and I would be honored if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.